Yeah, we're here is a Vengeance game. So you're the author?
Yes, I'm Gordon, the designer.
Okay. So yeah, just tell us something about this game. I've never seen it before.
Okay, this is a revenge movie a la Old Boy, Kill Bill, John Wick, turned into a board game.
Okay.
The idea with it, the goal for me as a designer was to create those images in the mind that you get when you see those kind of movies, right? That kind of feel. So every player is a wronged hero. That's been wronged by one of several gangs. There's 4 gangs in the game. And these guys have done bad things to you. For example, I don't know what these say, but because it's in German, but it could be this guy beat you up. This one broke your Daumenschrauben. There you go.
Oh.
What's that?
What is this tool? You put screws in your thumb?
Yes,
nasty.
In your thumb. There you go. So they've done bad things to you, and there's a backstory with each character which explains sort of where that comes from, and you will go and find them. They'll be hidden here.
Okay.
You want to find the matching boss and kill them. Get your revenge. Okay, and if possible, also kill their friends because they're also not nice people.
Yeah. Mostly.
So that's the idea of the game. The game starts with a wronging, which is this sort of prelude before the action starts, and that has it's a card draft which establishes your strategy basically overall, and it will determine which gangs you're going to go for, whether you're going to focus on more on one, but then it makes it harder to find others. There's a lot of possible ways that you can get to victory, but the initial drafting sets it. In fact, we have a quick start which gives you a preset guide for the first game to get you going. Okay, once you've drafted, then you alternate between montage, here called training. It will be called a montage scene, like where you train, you heal, and you go out and recon.
Play the Rocky sound.
Yes, of course, and Eye of the Tiger. Eye of the Tiger,
sure.
come on. So, and those actions are done through a dice draft. We all roll our montage dice, which depends on how much mind I have left. Why? Because when we get damage, we have 3 tracks on our character. We have mind, skill, and health. Okay. And the damage they give you reduces that track, which reduces your capability. If they give you stress, it reduces your mind dice. From 3, you immediately go, as soon as we get a stress damage, which I think one of these is stress. Here, stress.
Yeah, here's heavy stress.
And that's heavy stress. That's harder to heal. So in this case, we would be like this. So if we started the game, we would draft 7 cards. These are face down. You have to suffer 3. If we suffer these 3, we would take the damage that's on them.
Okay.
Okay? And that's gonna, of course, if I suffer one which is smaller, I get less victory points if I kill them. So I win the game by finding the bosses and then killing them. The more I have suffered from them, the more I will get satisfaction and more victory points. So victory points is satisfaction. Okay. Right. So in the montage, we roll a number of dice that we have, all in a pool, and then we start drafting. Okay, whatever we want. You can negotiate, I'll give you this for that, next time, whatever. And then we have a number of cards that we choose of these 3 actions. There's 3 actions basically. There's upgrading, which allows me to take things, the skills, or items.
Like a knife throw, it's
exactly.
the blade swirl.
What are those? Those are luck mitigators. When we roll the dice, they change the dice results.
Like here's gun and run. For example, you can change the pistol symbol to the run symbol.
So either shoot, exactly, you can choose a shot for a move or a move for a shot.
Okay, cool.
We heal by healing. This costs 1, these cost 3, and these black ones cost 4. And we recon. And these have different values on them because the ones with high values have low speed, and speed determines player order.
Okay.
Because if I try to go in and kill this guy, there's a good chance that somebody else also wants to get him. And I want to get satisfaction.
So we are not really competitive, cooperative, we are more like...
You're competing to get revenge. You're not attacking each other because you're all nice people.
Yeah.
Right? But you want to get satisfaction.
Nice.
Yes, yes, John Wick, nice people. So that's how the montage works. you place these here, depending on the slot, it boosts the score, and it's a certain order. So if I want something there, I might want to do the upgrades first, okay? And I'll get the good stuff. But now I can't heal as much, and now my recon is really bad. I only have 2 because 2 plus 0.
Yeah.
Plus whatever dice I drafted.
So every player contributes a dice they roll into the pool, and then
They draft back to what they rolled. So we even out the luck issue.
Yeah.
And then we draw back these and we add them on the cards.
Okay, cool.
The cards are hidden, we flip them one by one. That's the montage, it's pretty simple. If you have wild tokens or wild dice, you get wild tokens by clearing rooms. You also get to get more revenge. So you're interacting more with them, they'll beat you up again, but you get more satisfaction. Okay, that's it. But now let's get to the meat of the game. The meat of the game is definitely the fight. The fight is when you go in and we have 3 rolls and 3 minutes. There's a timer somewhere, but in the box, I guess. There's a timer normally. And you have 3 minutes or 3 rolls to finish that den.
Okay.
After which you have to run away, taking damage on the way out. Okay. And this is what makes it not a dungeon crawl. Why? Because we're going to roll dice, then we're going to make the decisions. Not we make a decision, then we roll the dice to see if it happened. That's a big difference between the two. Okay. So we're going to do this. I can choose to move for free. But now, if I get hit, I'm going to get hit quite badly.
Okay.
All of these, this is a bit of a dice puzzle because every different colored base has a different effect. Okay, one ability. The red ones here are gang specific. These are the henchmen or hench ladies of the Tengokai, which do 2 damage. If it was the Joscha, exactly, if there was a Joscha, it would shoot. If there was the lords, they'll attack first, and so on. So these red ones will spawn once I discover where they are. I found my target. Then I will place them, and now these are specific to that gang. Okay. I'm missing a blocker here. There should be a blocker. Okay. So these guys will shoot me if I'm not in their zone, but not attack me if I'm in their zone. These guys have 2 hit points, which I have to do in one go. These guys, the yellow ones, stop me from moving out of their zone.
They're like grappling.
Yeah, they're blockers. So I've got a chain, throws a chain around you. Okay, good. So now we're in here, we start. Let's have a die roll of each. Okay? The black dice, the black results are enemy activation. They will activate and hit you. They hit you for 1. It's very simple. They all have 1 hit point and they hit you for 1. The bosses have more hit points. He has 3 and he has 2. Otherwise, everyone has 1 hit point and they do 1 damage. Okay. They're going to activate, which he'll give me 2 damage because that's a special ability, and he'll give me 1. So right now I'll take 3 damage if I don't do something about it. And I have 1 of each of these results. I can move without taking damage, unless there's a blocker, which I can.
So these red lines here indicate different zones.
Sorry, yes, zones. So there's 1 zone, 2 zone, 3 zone, I get to the boss. So I need to get there within 3 rolls, which means I need to move quite quickly. Okay? And this one I can kill somebody in an adjacent zone, but not in the one I'm in. This one I do 1 damage to a zone I'm in. Okay. And this one is 2 damage on 1 target in the zone I'm in.
Okay, that's good for the green one, for example.
Yes, unless I have a skill like Schneller,
Quick strike, yeah.
Yes, which is I divide this into 2 hits, and I can attack 2.
Hit 2 different targets with 1 each. Yeah, cool.
Exactly. So, and here I have a shot into a move. This is built for flexibility. But I can have combos that turn, for example, I can have this one combines well with this one. Okay. And her native ability, which is +1 damage. So 1 attack becomes a double becomes two attacks, and one of them gets +1 damage.
Can you use each transition only once, or
once per roll?
Okay, but you could say, for example, you use this one to make 2 separates, and then one of those separates again to a 2?
No, because you've used it, you can only use each one once.
Yeah, but if you use this one first, you can then.
Yes,
okay, cool.
yes. Okay. So I could, if I had this, I can turn this effectively into that.
And then change the one back again to just get 1.
But you get +1, so you end up with that. And that's where the game is interesting, because that's why you need the 3 minutes.
Yeah.
Because if you have, when this is full and they're of the higher value, which are a bit more head fucky, we call it.
Yeah, really complex.
Right? Then it starts, getting complex. These are level 2 dens, but if we look at the higher dens, level 4, they're going to have a lot more areas and different enemies.
So each board is a den, like a level to beat this boss.
Yes.
For example. And do they change throughout the game?
If you kill the boss,
Okay.
you flip the den. You move the den under, and you bring the level 3.
Okay.
After the level 3s, you put the under as 4s. So flip them, put them under. Flip them, put them under.
Okay.
So they become 3s and then 4s.
Okay.
They give you more victory points, but they also become harder.
Yeah, difficult.
They also spawn dudes with them. This guy has 2 dudes, but a simpler one will only have 1, and it's just a grunt.
Okay.
The grunt's special power is that they have to be shot first. They are the cannon fodder.
The meat shield.
Yeah, the meat shield. Got it. So anyway, let's do it. Yeah, here, moved. Okay, I have 2 shots and a move. Okay, let me get back to the one I had before.
Yeah.
Where was the move? This one.
Yeah.
Because this is a bit overpowered. Now, normally I wouldn't have this much upgrades at a level 2. This would be more in the middle of the game, but let's just, kick their ass. So I turn this one into a move. No, that doesn't help me. I can choose either to shoot in there and move, so kill these guys and move 1. Okay. I could do that, that's easy. And I'm done, I could roll again. But now, the problem is this. If I want to score the den, I need to kill everyone.
Okay.
Okay? So, and also I'll take damage for each one from here on the way out. So if I do this, I'm more going for the boss, because I'm closer now.
Yeah.
But I'm risking not clearing the den. What do you want to do?
Kill everyone.
In which case, with this roll, the better thing to do is go out and shoot these 2. Now I do a free move again. Now I'm far, right? I have 2 rolls to get in there and kill everyone.
Yeah.
So there's movement versus damage.
Can you, for example, if you started in this area, move here and then shoot those guys from there? Or
Yes.
do you just
Yes, you
prevent
can.
it?
No, he doesn't.
Okay.
You can do that and you take 1 damage.
Okay.
You could also do that.
Okay.
Fine. It's fine then. Let's do that since you want to do that. So you kill those and you take 1 damage from him. I'm trying to keep her alive. Okay. So she's a tank. We
want to get our revenge.
Yes.
Maximum aggressive.
Now,
That's a good
this is a good roll. They will activate again at the end. I'm going to shoot anyone in here. There's no grunt, so I can choose. I'm going to shoot her because she does 2 damage. I'm going to turn this one into 2 and I kill them. Fine. Now I just have to move in here and I have 2 left to kill. Should be good. But I need to do 3 damage to him. So, this one I can get +1 damage. Okay, how shall we do this?
Yeah, we can split this one into single ones, get 1 + 1 damage. So we have a total of 4 damage to contribute.
Yeah.
3 on the boss and 1 on the last
Got
henchman.
it. Done. Exactly. That's it.
No,
That does, yeah.
Sorry, we killed ourselves. I was so excited. Okay. And
Okay.
so that's how it plays.
And you have only 3 minutes for this full level, or for the full
and
dance.
that's just a level 2 then.
Yeah.
And
Okay, that's
then
very
the
complicated.
the next player gets his actions, go to another den, has 3 minutes to activate his, clear the den, kill the boss, and then get out and the next player moves.
Yeah.
How many rounds does this game play?
So you have the wronging, the draft, and then montage, fight, finishes.
Okay, so it's
2 hours.
2 hours
For 4 players.
Okay. 4 players.
If you don't use the timer, it goes to 2.5, or if you AP the hell out of it. I've seen it being played by 3 hours by a team, by a group that just wanted to take it slow and just get the maximum. When you have all of them, it's not easy to get the maximum output.
Okay.
If you try, we've played it competitively, and it's tough. If you want to max out the points every time, it's possible. Often it's possible. And what happens is when I've tested it, it's supposed to be competitive, but every test group does the same. I'm playing, and you're against me, to go like, haha, there was a better one. You're like, no, what? There's a better one, and the stream is going like, you should do this and this and this. Haha. And then somebody goes, no, there's a better one.
Yeah, and then this
And it
is
seems
all the
simple,
discussion, yeah.
and that's why it's not a dungeon crawler.
Yeah.
Some people see it and go like, oh yeah, miniatures then, and it's not.
Okay, miniatures, I gotta take out, take my time.
Yeah. And you score score, if you don't have the right boss, I can play one which is of the same gang but a different boss, and I can score only the den. So the den I score if I kill all the minions, not necessarily the boss, and I have a matching color. And I score it, I put it under my thing. If I had him, like this case, I have a matching color and the boss, so I make 5 points plus 2, 7.
Okay.
Okay.
So matching color is with these markers here, or
No, the matching color of the gang.
Ah, okay.
For each gang, there is a low level, mid level, and a big boss.
Okay.
If I don't have him and I just have him, and I didn't find any other match, I can still go in, play this guy, and I kill the minions and get 2 points.
Ah, okay, because he's from the same gang as this guy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Heroes have different things, and there's I can't read these, I have no idea what they are. There's 2 in English.
Events?
No, achievements.
Achievement. Ah.
You can do an achievement, and as soon as you can do an achievement, you take it, and they give you extra victory points. So the achievement might tell you go in and kill kill the boss in 2 rounds, or have 5 face-up vengeance cards in front of you.
Extra challenges.
With extra victory points, but they can rack up quite a lot of points. So it's like 1 or 2 points each. So there's a strategy where you go more for those. There's a strategy where you go lots for the same guy as much as you have to maximize points.
Eradicate a single clan.
Exactly. And then there are some of these. Probably is this one. Maybe kill them all.
Kill them all. Yes.
And it gives you 4 victory points if you have the same or different.
The player with the most counted vengeance cards
Of the same color.
of a single clan gains 4
so
points.
in this case, you're going to get 4 points.
In a tie, both players gain 2.
Exactly. So this is pushing you to collect a gang. But a different way of doing it is to separate, to have all the colors. So I don't need to risk not finding somebody with the recon. So I can ignore recon a bit. But then I'm not maximizing my victory points as much, and so on. There's a lot of ways to play it.
Okay.
That's it. There's a solo game to it, which has each character has a solo backstory on the back.
Ah, okay.
And you have what happened to her and so on. You have the setup and your mission.
Ah, okay.
And it gives you, this is a mid-level one. They start off easy, with just go kill X and Y, to go find your nephew, rescue your nephew, so on and so on. Objectives, the game changes a bit.
Cool. Oh, that's a nice addition, okay. So there are 4 clans in total to...
4 gangs here. Then there's the Rosario expansion, which has a 5th gang for 5 player. And there's the Saboteur expansion, which is direct conflict. You hire saboteurs to sabotage the others to stop them from getting...
That sounds nice too. One thing I didn't quite get, I think, so you scored different victory points, how much you suffered from these guys. Where do you keep record from whom you have suffered damage?
This is it.
Just the cards you have in front of you.
You will draft 7 at the start. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. At the start I've drafted these, so I'm clearly going for the Tengo Kai. Why? Because these do a lot of damage and she can take a lot of damage, so that'll be a good draft for her. I have a mix of low, mid and high, and I'll suffer these at the start. I have to choose what I suffer.
Okay.
Okay, so I suffer, let's say if I go for low ones, and then I don't find these but find one of these, I can, before I fight, play them. But then I take the damage and I have no opportunity to heal it.
Okay, so each time you play those cards, you take the damage
immediately.
And if only him is out, you get 2 points. If 2 of these clans,
if you kill him.
If you kill him. If 2 of his clan are out, you get 4.
Got it.
Okay, so it's just the amount of same clan cards.
Not same clan, of same guy.
Same guy, okay.
That you have suffered.
Ah, okay.
So the Daishi guy, if you have 2 of him,
5 points.
That will
played,
be 5
you get
points then. Okay.
definitely 5 points because there's 2 Daishis.
Got it.
Okay.
But he's done double the damage to you.
Yeah,
Of course.
So the more they hurt you, the more you will get victory points because you enjoy getting them more.
Okay. And for Batman, we only get 2 because we got him out.
Exactly. But he's done less stuff to you. It's just 1 stress.
Okay.
And when you score them, you put them under your cards so that you can then score the other things.
Okay.
So that's how you remember.
These markers, are there the victory point markers there, or
So you have one of these goes on victory points, one of them goes on player order. Why player order? Player order is important because if I don't kill the boss, I repopulate it then, it resets, and then other players don't have to recon. Everyone knows now there's Daichi there. So I have to be really careful. If I'm not strong enough to go in, I'm going to just show it to everyone. Others going to come in and get a freebie. They don't need the recon tokens, which is actually really huge, because if I have to use no recon tokens, you expose them before me. Thank you. Next time I can do upgrades and heals more, because I can keep my recon tokens. So playing off with others, you will have an idea where if I played, I could bluff with this hand and play these 3 at the start, and you guys would think I'm going for these. Well, actually I'm holding all my Tengokai back. Then I'll heal the worst damage, keep them back, and then I go in for these.
Okay.
Okay, so some teams will play, as soon as I see somebody or you have 2 other guys, boom, I go in for him. If I don't show them, this is another tricky thing. If I play these in the montage, I can heal them. I can play these when I like. If I play them in the montage, I'll play them and heal some of the damage, so I am fit to fight. If I don't want to show, but then you know where I'm going, and you're going to try and go before me. If I don't show them, then I'm risking, because I have to play this stuff, and it's going to make me worse in the combat. It's going to hurt me, it's going to give me broken. But I have the element of surprise.
Right.
So it's constantly these.
So you could maybe just play 1, 2. Maybe I'm going there, and then the second one. Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
So there's a nice depth of tactics there.
Some teams will block each other. In fact, there's a Geek and Sundry review, and the guy that played there, I mean, I asked them how much score they got, and they played 5 games, and they got quite low scores. I'm like, that's very strange, it's really low. And it turns out that they're playing to block the others more than to score themselves.
Okay.
Because if I have a round where I only have, let's say at the end, say I played these and I haven't drawn more, at the end I have these 2, but you have him, and I have this or this as a choice, it's better for me to go and kill him off, even if I make no points, if I'm first and you're second, because I get much less than the difference of us. So if you play it competitively, then there's a lot of guessing of what the others are going for and blocking.
How does the player order change during the game?
You know when we did the montage, I said you can choose the good stuff and have low speed, or you can choose lower stuff and have higher speed.
Okay, and
so you have to make a choice.
Order, then. Okay,
you have to make a choice on whether to play the good stuff and have low speed, and this would be 3 only, which means I'm going to go last.
If there's a tie, it keeps the old
order? The order it has.
Okay. And the order is then for following Vengeance
until
rounds.
you get to the montage.
Okay. Only changes to the montage.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
That's
a really
covered
nice
in detail.
Yeah, it sounds very interesting, and it feels like a Vengeance movie.
Thank you.
Go in, kill the guy who done wrong to you, and well, get the satisfaction out of it.
Yeah. I just want to kill them all.
Like the time pressure aspect is also.
Time pressure is good.
So there's a little timer.
Yeah, there is.
Should be in the box.
In the box, I think.
So for the first games, I think it's good to just don't use the timer. Just
get the hang of it.
Yeah. In
later games with a timer, really looking and making mistakes with your dice rolls.
Okay. So in the rule book tells you in the first game you should play the quick start, which gives you a setup already, because you don't. It's hard to make the strategy unless you understand the game well. So for non-advanced gamers, we suggest the quick start and to play with the 6 montage cards. Okay, with these 6. But there are 3 more montage cards. They left them here,
Over there,
These are hardcore montage. Why? Because you have to play your 3 and then discard 2 of them for the rest of the game. Now you have 9, which 3 of them are worse, and you have to play 3 and discard 2. So now you gotta really plan out how you have to interact, what damage I'm gonna take, how much damage I'm gonna get there, what am I going to play, what am I going to remove.
Okay.
Because you only have 1 good one of each type. You only have 1 high heal. Okay, I have only 1 of 2, which is what I need to heal from the start. Once that's gone, so if I go like this at the start, now all of a sudden I'm going to lose one of my best cards, which will not slow me down the rest of it.
Okay.
This is much better, but we advise people to just not play with it. But it's much cooler. It makes the montage a bit longer and a bit more bluffy. Here, you really care what the others are going to do. And
Yeah, it sounds like there are a lot of modifications to the game to improve the game experience itself.
yeah. And there's another little expansion with den packs, which is hardcore dens. It makes it much, much harder. Here, when the big boss comes out, you swap the den for a den specific to that gang, which I've designed to make it specifically hard for you.
So like the gang's headquarter.
Yeah, and there the layout is taking advantage of their ability. So the ones that shoot you will be well protected with grants, and lots of them shooting you from the balconies, for example.
Yeah. Whoa.
And you get 5 damage, 5 points, and you get more tokens. It has gambling dens which have multiple routes to the boss den, and the locked doors which you can't move through unless you get a roll rather than a free move, stuff like that.
Ah, okay.
So, yeah, there is ways of upgrading the difficulty. At the base game, I think it's good to start off and play your, but yeah, that's it.
Okay, I think I will have a look out down there if we can get it somewhere. That sounds really good.
Great.
So, thank you very much for this introduction.
Brilliant. Thank you. Thanks. Nice to meet you guys.
And yeah,
Sorry, what's your...
Games and Tables. It's just the logo here. On the back we have the text. Mostly German channel, but every now and then we have a small English video. So, yeah.
Nice.
Okay, I'm looking forward to it. It sounds really, really cool. So, yeah, thank you again. And yeah, have a nice day.
Yeah,
and I bet you have some more.
Time.